Recall from Part 1. She stepped slowly into the courtyard, her feet soundless on the red earth. The moment she appeared, Adaku smiled warmly. "Ah, Nene, good morning. Come and join us. I made plenty of akara." But Nene did not answer. Her eyes were cold, distant, almost hollow. Little Amara, cheerful and innocent, looked up and asked curiously, "Auntie Nene, what are you carrying?" There was no reply. Only a low, strange hum came from Nene's lips, like a song sung in reverse. Adaku's smile faltered. "Nene, what's the matter? You don't look well. Welcome back to real-life African stories. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss any of our tales." Before she could finish, Nene tore the white cloth away and lifted the calabash high. The inside of it glowed faintly, a strange brown mist swirling within. Nene's voice rose, deep, guttural, no longer her own. She began chanting in the ancient tongue of Idemalai. "Odenyuzo miri. Let the river answer me. The shadow calls the shadow. The name returns to dust." The ground beneath them began to tremble. The air turned cold. Birds scattered from the trees, screeching. The pot of oil toppled, spilling across the earth, hissing as it met the dust. Adaku screamed, "Nene! Stop this madness!" But her voice was drowned by a sound, a deep hum rising from the calabash like thunder trapped in a bowl. Then it happened. The calabash cracked open with a loud pop. Brown smoke burst out, swirling around Adaku like a living thing. She gasped, clutching her chest as the smoke encircled her body. Amara ran forward, crying, "Mama! Mama, what's happening?" Adaku's eyes widened. One moment she was there, trembling and gasping, and in the next, her form twisted, shrank, and vanished into the swirl. When the smoke cleared, where Adaku had stood was now a small brown dog, shivering and whining pitifully. Its eyes, frightened, confused, were unmistakably hers. Amara screamed, "Mama! Mama, no!" She fell to her knees, reaching for the dog. But Nene stood frozen, panting, her eyes wild. Then, as quickly as it had begun, her expression shifted. Cold. Calculating. She bent down, picked up the broken shards of the calabash and whispered, "Let it be done." Then she turned to Amara, whose face was streaked with tears. "Amara," she said softly, "your mother has left us. She was never meant for this home." Amara looked up in horror. "Left us? What are you saying? You turned her into—" "Enough," Nene snapped. "Don't speak nonsense. Your mother ran away before dawn. She left a letter. Your father will see it." She walked calmly into her hut and returned moments later with a folded piece of paper, neatly written in Adaku's handwriting, forged days before. When Chief Nnanna returned that evening, he found his daughter weeping and Nene pretending to console her. "Papa," Amara cried, holding his arm. "Mama didn't run away. Auntie Nene, she did something. You saw it. She used a calabash." But Chief, his eyes heavy with grief and disbelief, slapped his palm on the table. "Enough, Amara. Stop this madness. How dare you accuse your stepmother of such evil?" He tore open the letter and read aloud, his voice breaking. "My beloved Nnanna, I've carried pain for too long. I can no longer stay in a home where I feel unwanted. Please do not look for me. Tell Amara to be strong. Adaku." Chief's voice faltered. The paper trembled in his hands. "She left us," he whispered. "After all these years, she truly left." He turned away, hiding his tears, while Nene stood behind him, pretending to sob softly, her hand on his shoulder. That night, Amara locked herself in her room and cried until her voice broke. She could hear the brown dog whimpering outside the window, circling the compound. Her mother's spirit trapped in fur and fear. But when she tried to tell anyone, they dismissed her. Grief is making the girl mad, they said. Within weeks, the compound changed. Adaku's hut was abandoned, her clothes packed away. The laughter that once filled the air was gone. And Nene, beautiful, cunning Nene, now wore the keys to the storeroom, dined at Chief's table, and slept in his hut. From that day, she became the mistress of the house. And the woman Chief Nnanna truly loved became nothing more than a trembling brown dog hiding in the shadows of her own home. But what Nene did not know was that the spirits of Idemili do not sleep. And what is buried in deceit always finds its way back to the surface. Weeks turned to months, and the once harmonious compound of Chief Nnanna Okeke changed like a song gone sour. The laughter that once echoed through the mango trees was gone. The scent of Adaku's cooking, the rhythm of her gentle voice calling servants, the peaceful warmth she carried, all vanished. In her place rose Nene, the new mistress of the house, beautiful, proud, and cruel in quiet ways. She ruled like a queen who had finally claimed her stolen throne. She redecorated the house, painted the walls, and replaced Adaku's handmade curtains with imported lace. She filled the compound with bright colors and loud perfumes, yet somehow everything felt darker. Chief Nnanna, still broken by his wife's supposed disappearance, had withdrawn into himself. He drank more palm wine, spoke less, and spent most evenings staring at nothing. He believed Adaku had betrayed him, that the woman who had once been his anchor had abandoned him, and Nene made sure that belief stayed alive. She locked away Adaku's photographs, burned her clothes, and ordered the servants never to mention her name again. "Let the dead rest," she would say coldly. "Even the wind must forget her scent." But one person refused to forget. Amara. The girl who once smiled easily now spoke only when necessary. Her eyes no longer sparkled. They watched, quiet, calculating, wounded. Every night, when the household fell asleep, she crept out with a small bowl of gari soaked in palm oil and fed the brown dog hiding behind the yam barn. The dog would wag its tail weakly, its eyes glistening like 2 drops of sorrow. And each time Amara touched its head, she whispered, "Mama, I know it's you. I won't let them take you from me again." From that night on, the bond between girl and dog grew stronger than anyone could understand. At first, Amara only visited in secret. But soon, she could no longer bear to leave the dog behind. She began taking it everywhere she went, to the stream, to the market, even to the small community school by the old palm grove. First, people were amused. Look at Chief's daughter carrying a dog like a baby." The market women laughed. "Maybe she's gone mad from missing her mother." The children mocked her. Some threw stones at the dog. Others called her names. But Amara ignored them. She would tie the small brown dog on her back with a faded wrapper, the way a mother carries her child, and walk with her head held high through the streets of Obioma. The sun could burn, the dust could rise, but she never flinched. They began to call her Mom Nkita, dog mother. It was meant as mockery, but over time it became her armor. When they jeered, she smiled faintly. When they gossiped, she kept walking. Because in her heart, she knew the truth, that the creature on her back was not a dog, but her mother, bound by wickedness. Meanwhile, Nene watched with growing irritation. Each time she saw Amara walking with that dog, something twisted in her chest. Fear, guilt, and anger mixed into one. She hated that the animal still lived, that its presence lingered like a haunting. More than once, she tried to chase it away. She ordered the guards to beat it. She poured water on it. She even threatened Amara. "If I ever see that filthy animal in my compound again, I'll have it killed. But Amara, no longer a child, met her eyes without fear. Then you'll have to kill me too, Auntie. That defiance sent a shiver through Nene's spine, a reminder that not every spirit bows to cruelty. Still she said nothing more. She only watched, always watching, as Amara and the dog moved through the days like two halves of one soul. Then came the night the dog fell ill. The rain had poured all evening, the kind that came with thunder and restless wind. Amara sat in her hut, cradling the shivering dog in her arms. Its breathing was shallow, its eyes dim. "Mama, please," she sobbed. "Don't leave me again. Please fight." For a moment, she thought she imagined it, the way the dog lifted its head weakly and blinked twice as if nodding. A faint sound escaped its throat, not quite a bark, not quite a sigh. It was something in between, something human. Amara froze. Her heart pounded. "You still understand me," she whispered. "You're still there." She wept into its fur until dawn, praying to every spirit she knew. When the cock crowed, she made a decision. If no one else could help her, she would find someone who could. The next morning, guided by whispers from old stories her mother used to tell, Amara wrapped the dog carefully in her shawl and began walking toward the outskirts of Obioma, to a place where few dared to go, the forest of Odo, near the ruins of the old shrine of Nnanna. There, it was said, lived an old blind seer, Mama Odachi, a woman who could see beyond sight and hear the footsteps of destiny itself. Amara found her sitting beneath an ancient tree, her hair white as cotton, her eyes clouded like river mist. Around her neck hung strings of cowries, and in her lap rested a calabash filled with water that reflected no sky. Mama Odachi spoke before Amara could greet her. "Child of sorrow, I have been waiting." Amara's knees gave way, and she fell to the ground. "Please, Mama, help me. My mother, she's trapped. A woman named Nene, she used something dark. I don't know what to do." The old seer smiled faintly. "You carry her even now. I can feel her spirit clinging to your back like smoke that refuses to rise." Amara began to cry again. "Can you free her?" Mama Odachi dipped her fingers into the water and drew a symbol in the air. The wind shifted. The dog whimpered softly. Then the seer spoke, her voice deep, echoing, as if another spoke through her. "Only the bite of the cursed can break the curse. The trapped must reclaim what bound her. Your mother must bite the one who imprisoned her spirit. Only then will her form return." Amara's breath caught. She must bite Nene. Mama Odachi nodded slowly. "Yes, but beware, child, curses are living things. When they are broken, they seek new hosts. The river takes what the earth gives. Are you ready to lose something to gain her back?" Amara looked down at the weak dog in her arms. It was trembling, but when their eyes met, something ancient and familiar passed between them, a bond beyond words, beyond fear. She nodded firmly. "I'm ready." Mama Odachi smiled, the sad, knowing smile of one who has seen fate repeat itself too many times. "Then go, daughter of Adaku. Prepare your heart. The night of reckoning will come soon. And when it does, let love, not fear, guide your hand." As the wind howled through the trees, Amara wrapped her shawl tighter around the dog. She did not know how or when she would do it, only that she must. That no matter the cost, she would set her mother free. Evening settled over Obioma like a soft cloak, the kind that hides secrets in its folds. The moon, swollen and golden, rose slowly over Chief Nnanna Okeke's mansion, casting shadows that seemed to whisper among themselves. The compound glowed with lantern light. Laughter, clinking cups, and the murmur of conversation drifted through the air. Chief had guests, wealthy traders, councilmen, and elders from the village. The living room smelled of roasted meat, palm wine and pride. Nene, dressed in a flowing red lace gown, moved about like a queen in her element. Her laughter rang bright, her jewelry glimmered under the lanterns. To the guests, she was the picture of charm. To herself, she was finally untouchable. But beneath that glitter, fear had begun to stir. 4 nights now, she had been dreaming of dogs, brown dogs with eyes like fire, chasing her through dark forests. Each morning she woke trembling, her bedsheets soaked in sweat. The sound of distant barking haunted her ears even in daylight. Still she smiled. Still she played the perfect hostess. Until that night. The doors creaked open and Amara stepped in, quiet as dawn, wrapped in her simple blue wrapper. And on her back, tied securely in a faded cloth, was the brown dog. The entire room fell silent. The guests exchanged uneasy glances. Someone whispered, "Ah, is that not the same dog she always carries?" Chief's brow furrowed. "Amara, what kind of behavior is this? We have visitors." But Amara did not answer. Her face was calm, almost serene. She walked slowly toward the center of the room and untied the dog. Nene's laughter cut through the silence. "Again with that filthy animal. Have you gone mad, girl?" she snapped. "Didn't I warn you never to bring that thing into my house again?" Her voice trembled slightly, just enough for Amara to notice. Amara knelt beside the dog and whispered softly, "Mama, it's time." The dog looked up at her, and for the first time its eyes glowed. Not red, not white, but deep amber, bright like a hidden sun. The air shifted. The candles flickered. Then the dog leaped. A blur of motion. A growl that echoed like thunder. Its teeth sank into Nene's leg. She screamed, a shrill, piercing cry that froze every heart in the room. Her cup shattered on the floor, palm wine splattering like blood across the tiles. The moment the bite landed, the house itself seemed to tremble. A whirlwind spun through the living room, tearing curtains, scattering papers, and snuffing out the lamps. The guests cried out, some falling to the ground, some running for the doors. Chief Nnanna stood frozen, his eyes wide, his lips trembling. "Chinik, what is this?" he gasped. The wind roared louder. The dog's form shimmered, flickering like a flame caught between worlds. And then, as if the air itself held its breath, the brown fur began to fade, melting away to reveal the glowing form of a woman. She stood tall in the center of the chaos, her wrapper white as morning mist, her skin glowing faintly like moonlit water. Her eyes were soft, filled with sorrow and strength. Chief fell to his knees instantly. Tears burst from his eyes like a river breaking its banks. "Adaku, my wife, my heart," he sobbed. "Forgive me. I should have listened. I should have known you'd never leave us." Amara ran to her mother, throwing her arms around her. The two clung to each other, crying, the sound of reunion more powerful than any storm. But behind them, Nene's screams turned to growls. Her body twisted unnaturally. Her skin rippled like water struck by stones. Her face contorted, bones shifting, eyes bulging. The red gown shredded as her arms bent inward, fingers curling into claws. Her mouth stretched, teeth elongating into fangs. In moments she was no longer human, but a wild, snarling dog, her eyes filled with terror and confusion. She staggered back, growling, half crying, half barking, her new body trembling in agony. Adaku turned toward her, calm, radiant, almost sorrowful. "You chose envy over peace, Nene. You took what was not yours. But the spirits of Idemili always collect their due." The cursed creature whimpered once, then turned and bolted into the night, disappearing into the darkness beyond the compound walls, her howl fading into the forest. The whirlwind stilled. Silence returned. The lamps flickered back to life, revealing the wreckage. Fallen chairs, spilled wine, trembling guests. And in the center stood Adaku reborn. From that day, peace returned to the house of Chief Nnanna Okeke. Adaku took her place once more beside her husband, not out of pride, but out of forgiveness. Chief honored her with ceremonies and offerings, begging the gods to cleanse the home of past sins. Amara became the pride of Obioma, the brave girl who carried her mother through shame and disbelief, who faced mockery with love and turned darkness into redemption. People no longer called her Mama Nkita with laughter, but with reverence. Mothers told their daughters their story by firelight. Children whispered her name as a prayer for courage. Months later, word spread through the village. At dawn, near the banks of the river Idemili, a fisherman found the body of a stray dog, brown, scarred, and foaming at the mouth. No one dared touch it. The elders said it was Nene's spirit, completing its punishment, the river reclaiming what belonged to it. And as the sun rose over Obioma, the people said quietly, "The gods have balanced the scale." Moral of the story: when love turns to envy and envy to wickedness, the earth and the spirits will always demand payment. But the heart that endures in love, even when mocked, even when alone, will always be redeemed. Thank you for watching and listening to our story. In the comment section, please let us know where you're watching from and share your thoughts on our story. Also, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share for more stories. See you in the next video. Bye!